Furry, the Little Penguins That Could, written by Ann Yurchek and illustrated by Jody Culp. Chapter 20, Stuffy? No School. Having a stuffy nose is just part of going to school. That is Stuffy with a little s, not a big S. Real Stuffies don't get stuffy noses. Just saying, said Furry. In school, when one child gets sick, then another child gets ill. Pretty soon, child after child after child get stuffy noses and froggy voices. Penguins in the classroom do not get stuffy noses. We have beaks filled with stuffing, but that doesn't stop the kindergartners from playing doctor and nurses with us. They really like to blow our noses with tissue. Just ask teacher. And then they always wash their hands to remove all the bugs. All the bugs, the kind that make you sick, not insects. The type of bugs that came home with Mac from school. When that happens, it is too dangerous for Mac to be in school. Getting ill is hard for Mac. Soon Mac was getting headaches and fevers and sore throats and coughing and snotty noses again and again. I don't like to see my boy being so sick, and I miss playing with him. All I can do is snuggle and hug him. Mac was sick so often in December, he only went to school for 5 days. Mac needed to stay healthy and still learn like the other littles. Teacher and Mac's mom worked together to help Mac stay home and go to school through the computer screen. Each day, the Penguin Kindergarten met with Mac and Furry. We needed our sleep, so Mac and I met his classmates later in the morning for kindergarten lessons. Mac was excited to see his friends. I was excited to see Snack and the other Stuffies. Everyone welcomed Mac to school. The animals and the littles did not need to use words to talk with Mac. The computer screen quickly filled with stuffy sounds. Meep, 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 said Snack in shared penguin language. Bah, said Lamb held by a little girl in pigtails. Moo, said Cow held by a little boy also holding a tractor. Beep, beep, said Chick helped by a little girl with blonde hair. Meep, 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 I, Furry, the penguin, said back. Each morning, the kindergartners signed on to the computer to join Mac in his home school. Greeting Mac became wilder than wild as time went on. Penguins jumped from baskets and shelves, joining with the children at the screen. Stuffies of all sorts were included. It was Stuffymonium! That is the Penguin Kindergarten version of Pandemonium, but our classroom didn't have a panda. Meep, meep, they all shouted together. Meep, 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 I, Furry, said back. Teacher had to settle us all down. It's time for learning, teacher said kindly. She clapped the calm down rhythm. Everyone settled down on their seats, including the Stuffies. Teacher is in charge of our classroom, and we know how to listen. The littles and Stuffies listened to the stories. We colored, we cut, we sang, and we learned together. Mom sat with Mac to help him just like his helper did when he was at school. It is my turn. Wait for a second. I, Snack, will tell this story. It is my turn, said Snack. Well, one day I asked a question and Furry did not meep. Furry answered with real words. And then he spoke again and again. Is Furry a talking penguin? Well, of course he was. After all, Mac knew Furry could talk. Furry had been talking to Mac since the day he arrived, quietly and privately. And he spoke to Mom and me too. Only Mac and Furry and Snack and Mom had known that secret. Then one day, Furry could not contain himself and he answered. And then he talked again and again and again and again. Now that is fresh beans. Mac was talking through Furry even though he could not speak himself to the children. Slowly, Mac's voice began to be heard by all the littles and all of the Stuffies, and most importantly by Teacher. Mac had talked at home for a while. When he was anxious or things were too busy, he struggled even at home. Slowly, day by day, Mac's voice got stronger. Mac and Furry shared more. First, only Furry answered. Then one day, Mac dared practice answering ever so softly. Sometimes Furry talked, and some days Mac tried. Mac was talking with the children, and Furry was the helper to make it happen. If Mac tried to speak himself, the words were hushed. But if you ask Furry, Furry repeated it for him. Mom took lessons from Furry and listened carefully as Furry spoke. Then, with permission from Mac and Furry, Mom shared the soft, quiet words with the littles. It was a team effort. All the Stuffies had helped Mac speak, and all the Stuffies helped Mac talk so Mac could communicate. Mom took lessons from Furry and listened carefully as Furry spoke. Then, with permission from Mac and Furry, Mom shared the soft, quiet words with the littles. It was a team effort. All the Stuffies had helped Mac speak, and all the Stuffies helped Furry talk so Mac could communicate. Cold weather and winter are hard for Mac, and it takes Mac more energy to do things. Some days, Mac's eyes do not work well, but he can still hear everything the kids said. On days when some parts of his body are not working, other parts of his body have to work harder. It is exhausting. Then Mac and Furry listen in silence. They cannot even say hello to their classmates.